Hey team, it's Daniel again with Brazos Valley Boars and Varmits. So on this night, I got two different clips I want to show you from a few different scopes. This is actually the second pig that we got on for this night. And I'm wanting to show this one to you first because we're going to talk about nuking the image. Now, right here, this is my Trijicon Hunter Mark II 35mm. Looks great, beautiful, just like you would expect those things to look. That hog actually goes off into those trees, and then we set out the call, and then we get him to come back later. But in the couple of minutes that it took to do that, my buddy that was running this scope never nuked the image. And so now you can tell that the image just looks absolutely horrible. Now, here in a second, we're going to have my Pulsar Thermion XP50 get screened in on this bottom right-hand side. I've got this Thermion set to auto nuke, so because it's set up on a tripod and nobody is actually shooting through the Thermion. And so that's why the hog's going to go out of the image here in a little bit. But the big point that I want to make with this video is a lot of people get hung up on, I don't want any of those fancy special features. And I totally get that. That makes absolute perfect sense. But if you're ever going to really care about the footage and you hand this off to somebody else, you really gotta make sure that they understand how to do this the right way. Because otherwise you're going to get imaging like this through my Trijicon Hunter versus whereas you could have had better stuff through this Pulsar Thermion. Now, I say that, this is not a problem that I run into myself because I know how to run my gear. Because this is only stuff that happens whenever I hand my gear off to other people. And mind you, they're safe with the firearms, but they're just not familiar with all the intricacies of how to run this. Here comes the kill shot on this hog. Beautiful, perfect. And now my buddy goes back to scanning around looking for more targets. Again, that image just looks absolutely horrible. It's not that fun right now. So, we're going to go into the second clip here in just a second. And this is going to be the actual first hog that we got on for the night. This time I've got them split top and bottom. The Trijicon Hunter is on top. Again, manual nuke only. The bottom one is the Pulsar Thermion XP50 set to auto nuke. You'll notice that the Pulsar is having a little bit of trouble with the coloration of how much black and white to give. That's because my buddy Marcus the Fall Guy is going into the image, and then here in a second he'll get all the way out of it and it's all going to clean up. There went my head. So, same exact thing here. He doesn't nuke the image, and so it's just staying pretty ugly. There goes some deer. And now he does nuke the image. But did you notice that he never closed the cap? And so those deer that were over there are now ghosted into the image that he's going to be shooting through. So if you're having one of these manual only scopes, you have to cover that lens. Otherwise, you'll get ghosting of the previous image. Basically, it's going to create a negative of what it saw last on there. He didn't cover it, and so here we are. Mind you, I mean, everything still works. We're going to get one good, clean shot on this hog and put it down also, and it's going to be a great hunt, a great night. But, man, we could have done better with the imaging. And, again, this is going to be my fault for not making sure that this hunter understood this, that you do it this exact certain way. Otherwise, you're going to get horrible footage like this. But either way, we had a great, wonderful, fun night. Good group of friends that we were out with. And I hope that little stuff like this just helps y'all make your decisions on what kind of scopes and features you want. Sorry, what kind of features you want on your scopes. So that way when you're going out and buying stuff, it's just little things to think about. If it was me, I know how to run my gear, so I'm not worried about it. But when I hand it off to somebody else, I really need to make sure that they know how to use it. Here comes the second shot. Boom, that one goes down. And hopefully this helps y'all with y'all's gear and what y'all run and the options with it to keep being awesome. Bye.